grand old flag, you're a high flying flag, and forever. Woo! Fire! I was supposed to put a blue jacket on.
Maybe.
Red, white, and blue. Happy 4th, everybody. Happy birthday, America. You look great for 248 years old. Welcome to Punchlines. I'm Frank-a-Doodle Dandy. Frank-a-Doodle Dandy. Nicotero, there it is. Longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan, lifelong fireworks fan. And today's show, we are going to dive into this long holiday weekend like this dude last night at the Rangers game diving into a net. So here we go. Foul ball. Catcher goes over. Is that Heim? And then this guy's like, I think I can get it. And there you go. Now, normally I would think they would kick him out, but it didn't seem like they did. They celebrated, and he went back to another beer and finished off the 999 challenge. He's famous for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. The security guard comes over. They have to do the thumbs up thing. No, we don't want to shake your hand. We actually are thinking about kicking you out.
They did bring him up out of the seats to kick him out, but apparently Padres players were telling him, no, he's okay, he's okay, fine. So he was allowed to come back.
And then they realized what he probably pays for those front row seats and went, oh, yeah, that's front of Georgia. But should I put I feel like I was supposed to have a coat on for red, white, and blue? Backwards? Straight jacket? I feel like I need the blue. All right, let's introduce the show. Happy 4th of July. Keith Lyle and Reno Paul are in the room. That's about it.
Happy 4th.
We got, ladies and gentlemen, but you know who is here behind the glass? He's like John Hancock by leaving a huge signature on this show every day, like JH did on the Declaration of Independence. It's Ryan McCormick. Ryan, what do you declare will be on this firecracker of a show? I'm going to applaud for all those little 4th of July things.
Hey, Frank.
No. I don't want. I was applauding for
what's going on?
The wordplay.
Okay.
All right, what do we got, Ryan?
I don't know. Sorry. We've got Lines of the Night. We've got Thursday Staple and Fungo Trivia.
I love it.
We've got some great posts with punchlines. We've got a fun game of we each make our own dream soccer lineup.
And this was very this was a lot of work for me, wasn't it?
Yeah,
we'll talk about it when we get to it. I have a hard time with soccer.
And then we've got Paul's pick.
We got Paul, Reno Paul, who's in the chat room. We're ending the show with his patriotic parlay. It's a lot of teams in there. He's trying to cash one of those big tickets. So stay tuned to end with that. But Ryan, I just wanted to say something to you. Baby, you're a firework.
I forget the next words of that song.
Come on, show him what you're worth. Make him go. As you shoot across the... It's not boom, it's high. Whatever. Just play Katy Perry.
Jerry will let us know.
You know what? I should introduce the gentleman to the right whose hand is in his head, ladies and gentlemen.
Cat.
The founding father of South Point Studios shows. He hosted the first show, and he will not tell a lie. The host of Sports by the Book, Jeff Cherry Tree Parles. Happy 4th of July. Yay, Jeff, happy 4th.
I thought you were going to go to the wood chopping thing there. Huh?
The cherry tree. Remember you chopped
By
down
the way,
cherry
I'm
tree?
for only calling you Frankle Doodle Dandy.
Frankle Doodle Dandy.
Yeah, it may be too much by the end of the show, maybe even by the next 5 minutes.
You call me anything you want.
But Frankle Doodle Dandy is
not bad.
That might be the best thing you've ever called yourself.
It's not bad. I'm like, I don't usually nickname myself.
Even though the Katy Perry bit that kind of fell on its face a little bit. He didn't get the proper participation from this side of the desk or
well, you hadn't been introduced yet. I didn't. You don't want to jump in yet. Pirates are still scoreless, bottom of the ninth. Okay, or 1-1. So anything, what do you have on the grill for picks at 12:36 today? On the grill. So
well, this is pretty good. As long as we don't put ketchup on the hot dog, we're in okay shape.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the hot dog thing.
We did not. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in a matter of moments, will be the hot dog relay. Good job, Jeff. What do you have for picks though? You got something brewing?
I have something.
On the grill?
Well, you know
marinating?
What? You know what? Not only marinating, but based off what the pick is, it is a nice. It's a nice brew. Nice brew. So the selection involves a place that makes very good beer, to say the very least.
Okay. All right. I feel like that's soccer. Is he talking soccer?
What do you think?
Yeah, soccer. I don't think there's a lot of great beer made here. Well, St. Louis is good. I like their... Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the comedy clip of the day. It is the 4th of July. We appreciate it. If you're watching live, we really appreciate it. I see Paul's there. How are you cold? It's 9,000 degrees today. The studio is very cold. We keep it cold to keep the comedy fresh. Keith Lyle says, Frank is Ryan's teenage dream.
I don't know if I'd phrase it that way.
It's a Katy Perry song.
Did you see the next one?
Did Jeff just say Frank's doodle is dandy? Ladies and gentlemen, what happens after the show?
Was that a Keith Lyle?
That was Keith Lyle.
Yeah.
Just like that.
You become predictable, Keith.
He's like, let me smell. Smells like Keith Lyle. Smells like a Keith Lyle joke. Thank you, Keith, for always being there. We wanted to our comedy clip of the day. We've been teasing about this. Last week, we did our own hot dog eating contest here. Chris Andrews had this idea of a relay. It was on-air talent versus behind the glass. I think that's enough of a setup. Here we go. This is 4 minutes of hot dog. Don't watch Nathan's. You got this. Here we go. South Point's first ever hot dog relay.
Welcome in, everyone. It's the first annual South Point Studio hot dog team eating. Come on, let's do it. Odds that Frank gets something on his shirt minus 50 million. In all honesty, we got team behind the glass to my right: Drew Dog, Ryan McCormick, Caden, Sean. To my left, team on air: Alex White, Keith Lyle. What's your name again? Frank Nicotero. And Chris Andrews. For medical reasons, I am out of this. Rules of the game are simple. We go one by one. As soon as, on the far ends, Alex and Drew Dog will go first. As soon as they finish their hot dog, their teammate can go. So Drew Dog finishes before Alex. Ryan can start before Keith starts on his. Whoever finishes first is the winner of this first annual contest. So, are we ready, guys?
Ready.
Are we? Everyone feeling good? We'll count it down. Here we go. First eaters up in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go, Alex. And they're off. Go down. Big first bite on the right. What a big first bite, Alex. Keeping pace, though. Look at Drew Dog about halfway home. This is the battle of the plane dogs here.
Yeah.
Big chomp there from Alex on the end. There goes Drew Dog.
Yeah.
Drew Dog about 75% of the way there, but both competitive eaters slowing down. Oh, Drew Dog is got the full dog in his mouth.
What happened?
Is Drew Dog going to be Drew Dog finished? Hold on, not yet. Oh, that's up. Alex White, go ahead. Drew Dog.
Oh my God!
Gotta finish. Keith is up. Keith is just diving right in. Face first. Look at that.
This is Chicago right here.
Yes, Drew Dog is good. Ryan is up. Ryan's got some ground to make up here. Big bite from Ryan right out of the gate. We're about halfway home on the talent side. Keith is good. Now it's Frank. Frank with a big chomp right in the gate. McCormick making up some ground, though. Very impressive showing by the young buck from Las Vegas. Oh, he said, he's struggling now all of a sudden. Caden has already failed at this challenge once before in the past, so we have to see if he's learned from his first transgressions here. Frank, almost done with his. Look at this. I'm even looking look at you, Frank. McCormick is good. Caden is up. Caden's got some ground to make up as he tries to take half a dog out in one bite.
The dog over here.
Nicotero is good.
I want individual times in both.
Chris Andrews.
Come on, Chris, bring it up.
He's got the whole dog in his mouth. This is going to be a lot closer than we expected here.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Let's see.
He's still chewing.
Good, got it. Sean's in. We got
Chris.
We got a tighter race than expected. Ketchup versus mustard. Good versus evil on the hot dogs here. We might have a nose-to-nose finish here. Look at Sean trying to work it back.
Chris has got 2 bites.
Chris has 1 bite left. Sean has 1.5 mega bites. This is actually a lot closer.
Live betting.
What a job by Caden to get him back in it. Chris with about a bite left. Chris. He's leaving a little bit left on the edge. He's leaving a little bit. Sean has the window here if he wants it. Where's he going to go for the whole dog and try to pull it out?
Chris,
oh my goodness, it's getting close. Chris has the final bite in his mouth. Sean's got to find a way to get it in there as quickly as humanly possible. I don't think it's going to be ready. He's going to be a hero. Chris is finishing up here. I think we're going to have a winner. We have a winner. And on air wins it. You almost pulled off the comeback. Very impressive.
Good job.
Nobody believed in us.
No one believed in us.
They said we couldn't do it.
Keith trained at home for this.
For years. I want to thank my parents for giving me an appetite in this body. I want to thank Mustard for
look again.
Such a good hot dog.
But we're going to come back. We're going to run it back again next year.
Of course, South Point Studio. If you didn't already hit that subscribe button, what are you doing here? Same with Punchlines with Frank Nicotero. Hit that subscribe button as well if you haven't done this already. You get more tremendous content like this.
Why is Jeff sweating? USA! USA! Woo! Hot dogs! There we go. Jeff, excellent job on the live play-by-play. You didn't know what to expect.
I was really hoping for someone to vomit. I know everyone else in the studio was not rooting for that. As long as it didn't come on to me.
Who do you think the closest was to that? Ryan, it looked like at one point.
I wasn't. I was never.
You just went too big of a bite.
I had too big of a bite, and I couldn't.
The only time I
was
ever concerned was because really the talent side won the relay,
right?
Because Alex White built a big enough
solid start.
Slow and
short, consistent bite.
Drew Dog had the lead there. He took the last bite before Alex did.
Yeah,
it just took him too long to finish that.
Too much bun in the end was the difference. And
people are going to be breaking this down for probably the next year.
Well, the other thing is Keith Lyle just staring down, just staring.
It made me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Just
you're making people uncomfortable
right into your soul while you're eating a hot dog.
Yeah. That's the Chicago way. That was a little untouchables there for you. Let's see. Frank cheated with water. No, we were allowed to drink water. That was established.
All liquids were allowed.
By the way, I think we're forgetting how great of a job Drew Dog did on that. So, Drew Dog, applause to you, Mr. Drew Dog. What does he have, 6 Gs? Does he have 6 Gs?
He's 25. He's 5G squared.
Oh, 5G squared. That's right. He's 5G squared. Another unbelievable job. The sound effect of the chomping was killing us. Excellent job, Drew Dog. It's back-to-back days for him. Jerry Trevino, I want to point out, this has nothing to do with the hot dog eating contest. I also agree that Teenage Dream is a perfect pop song. And you can check out Jerry and his band at Jerry Trevino. Field Fox, they got their new single out, Restart, good song. But I agree, Teenage Dream is a great song. The hot dog is really awesome, a lot less gross than the Nathan's thing. Yeah, ours wasn't so bad. There we go. Mini Dar, great job. Frank cheated with water. No, I didn't.
Why are people saying you cheated? It was totally legal.
Yep. Yeah, that was because when Keith dealt for years. Dealt cards, not drugs. I said he had to eat quickly. Came up and I'm like, when he was a dealer. I'm impressed maturity. So many jokes have been held back. Yes, Paul? Well, Keith, Young, Mesa, and Frank get gold, silver, and bronze. Okay, so they're saying, Keith, so Caden, you feel like you had the shortest time, like you did it the quickest.
I would agree on that. I think Caden and Sean were in the battle for the shortest time. But Caden, I think, in the end, was the one who did it. If we did individual splits, Caden's split was
Although
the quickest.
I don't know. According to Minidar, I got bronze. That it goes Keith, Young, Mesa.
Well,
by the way, Young Mesa, that's your rap name, right? Yeah. Yo, Young Mesa coming to the stage right now. Young Mesa. That's actually a good rap name. All right. Thought I was going to hurt. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Anyway, there you go. That was, we've been talking about, we didn't have odds set on that. Did Chris make a line on that?
I don't remember.
Last time I saw
that was ancient history.
I know. The last time I saw him make a line was the NCAA men's tournament. I can't remember who was favored in that. Yeah, chalky over here. Look at the stare down McCormick gives me, man.
Well, the point of our game wasn't to have the national champion.
Yeah, it was. It's always to have the winner. It goes back to the point. Who won that? Never it did, right? All right. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. What time is it? We doing lines of the night now? Yep. All right, it's time for lines of the night. Jeff, you're here as our guest, sir. So what caught your eye? Lines of the night, we like to do something.
Well, first off, Ryan McCormick and I at one point yesterday had the same line of the night, which kind of just you okay over there?
I needed something to drink. I wasn't even thinking about being on camera. It's 4th of July, ladies and gentlemen.
So we'll save the
You had the same line for
We had the same one, but I ended up changing because Ryan at least has some familiarity with the one person who was involved in the line of the night. So I decided to go to Los Angeles instead. And your boy, Christian Walker of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Who you keep saying could be his trade bait.
Oh, I never said that.
Well, someone said that. Matt Neverett.
That wasn't me. I don't think Christian Walker's going anywhere.
I don't think so either. They're in the
17 home runs in 41 career games at Dodger Stadium. It's also, he has the most home runs by a first. I mean, that is just incredible. Look at that. Willie Mays, Joe Attic, Del Ennis, the rest of it. Actually, I don't even know how I actually read most of that on that one side from that screen as opposed to that. But look at that. 4 straight games for him with the longer single season streaks against the Dodgers. I mean, it's pretty amazing for.
Well, maybe we should do Thursday homers. Bet Christian Walker. No, okay, sticking with him.
Everyone okay?
What's that?
We should do. Well, would it be Thursday? Thursday taters. No, alliteration's important.
I know it's very important on this show. All right, so that's your line of the night. That's great. Yeah, it was 12-4 final, I think. Diamondbacks.
Nice run away by the D-backs. Yes.
Well, yeah. Another another thing from that game, it was the first time in MLB history that a team allowed multiple home runs and multiple home runs before getting an out, but then shut out their opponent the rest of the way and won the game by 8+ runs.
Jesus.
Baseball's the best, as we talked about.
Again.
I guess this was yesterday morning where we had Ryan on. Obviously,
Sports by
Ryan
the Book,
previews punchlines at the end of Sports by the Book. That's the one great thing about baseball. They've been playing the game since the 1860s.
Yeah, when you got
and you can still get things that have happened 3 times in baseball history here in 2024.
That's why milestones in baseball are important. Teasing that one, knocking that one up for later there, Ryan. That's amazing. I don't know how they find these stats. You can't enter into a computer, hey, someone has to kind of know what they're looking for. I just don't understand how they do it.
I'm not sure, but that stat was from OptaStats.
That's a great one.
So.
All right, you got a line of the night, Ryan?
I do, and I will be going to a former Las Vegas Aviator, now in Oakland A, rookie pitcher, Joey Estes.
Oh, yeah, I saw him pitch.
Pitched a Maddox last night.
No way.
He had 92 pitches in a complete game effort, being the fourth player.
80 pitches?
22 or younger to have thrown a Maddox, so a 9-inning complete game shutout in under 100 pitches. All 4 of those players did it against the Angels. Wow. Felix Hernandez in 2006, Derek Holland in 2009, Henderson Alvarez III in 2012, and Joey Estes last night.
Wait, how many pitches did he throw? He threw 92.
He threw 92. The Harden.
Rich Harden did 80.
How did Harden just... I know that wasn't what we were going for there, but Harden having a Maddox on 80 pitches in the 21st century is one of the most ridiculous things I think I've ever heard.
2005,
that's wild.
What was the running time on that game? Jeez.
Probably still not as short as you would have hoped.
Well, that's true. That was before
but I will say it is pretty amazing. Like the thing that stood out that it was again all 4 of these young guns doing it early in their careers against the same team. And again, also we kind of forget how amazing King Felix was right away from the get-go. Guy who should be considered one of the best pitchers of this generation, even though I know a lot of people do consider him that already.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Especially Mariners.
Not a long enough career, right?
I don't know. He pitched.
How many wins? He didn't have 200 wins.
King Felix only had 169 wins, but remember, those Mariner teams were dreadful that he was on for a long time. He had the perfect game against the Rays.
I think that's his statue, isn't it?
The celebration after the final strikeout. He won a Cy. I don't know.
169 wins is enough.
I don't think he's going to get there.
Jamie Moyer
should. Well, Jamie Moyer also pitched until he's 66 years old.
I always go to the Jamie Moyer argument. That's good. That's good stuff. And I saw him pitch this year, Estes. He played recently. He's been down at the Aviator games.
Yeah.
And actually, it's so he pitched better in Oakland than he did for the. It's that ballpark is so small and the winds. Who knows?
Yeah, it's definitely a hitter.
Tough going to PCL.
The PCL, man, that's where the ball flies. All right, so for my line of the night, what the duck? All right, so last week we showed the reaction shot of Bennett Seneke. I got his name right. Where he was picked 3rd overall at the NHL draft. Held right down the street.
Just a little unexpected, right?
Yeah, and he's like, oh my God. So look, it's become a T-shirt. What the duck? Did you put that What the Duck label on there?
Which one?
The one on the shirt? Or was it
No,
there?
That's the actual shirt.
Oh, I didn't even read I just called it What the Duck. Right?
It's a great shirt.
I don't know.
It's a great shirt.
Anyway, that is a great shirt.
Yeah, that's. By the way, I know we talked about this last week. That nice little slight rebrand by Anaheim.
The orange jerseys?
We talked about this last week. I know.
Phenomenal.
Still, great stuff.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yeah, phenomenal. That merchandise is going to fly off the shelves. Along with that thing is awesome. That shirt's awesome.
Ooh, do we have a good AI day today, right?
I'm about to find out. I see it's popped up on the monitor. I don't want to look yet because today is July 4th, everybody. Happy birthday, America. America.
Yeah.
Oh, Sean! Put him on the board. He has no mic. It's July 4th, 2024. It's National Jackfruit Day. Have you ever had a jackfruit?
How did jackfruit steal July 4th?
They paid some people off. I don't know. It's because everyone thinks you think 4th, you think hot dogs, baseball, apple pie, and Chevrolet. And remember that commercial? Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. It's a commercial in the 70s. It's also Invisible Day. I don't understand that one. National Hillbilly Day. Yesterday was redneck. What's the difference between a redneck and a hillbilly? 10,000 a year. I don't know. That's the old orthodontist joker. What is it? What's the difference between an optometrist and ophthalmologist, optometrist? $50,000 a year. It's also National Barbecued Spare Ribs Day, which I'm all for. And National, don't give me National Caesar Salad Day on the 4th of July.
It's the July 4th, which, by the way, the first ever Caesar salad was made in which country?
America.
No.
Caesar.
Anyone know? Ryan, you have any idea?
Guam.
Sean knows.
Guam.
He said it yesterday.
Crouton, Anastasia.
Where was it, Sean?
Kristanistan.
You don't remember?
Where?
Made in Mexico.
Really?
Yep. 100 years ago today.
So that's why it was on the 4th of July. They
Yeah.
were like looking up there going,
I don't know. They're bored. They would make this new salad.
put some croutons in, some old bread. Anyway, so what we do, ladies and gentlemen, we have a sound effect now. The computer has a sound effect. We put them all in. Caden put them all in, and we came up with this. Here we go. And here are the results. There we go. So apparently, let's look at the upper left. Those are hillbillies, I imagine. And then there's a fifth hillbilly, but he's invisible for National Invisible Day. Wait, what happened?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Okay, there we go. A lot of spare ribs, a lot of fireworks.
I will say real quick, Frank, that plate of ribs
it's
looks quite good.
My God. We could make them invisible in about 20 minutes.
Wait, you're talking about the plate of ribs on the right?
On the left.
No, the one, the
big
one with
rack on the left.
the good one with the people behind.
What
it.
about the ones
Not
on
the
the
one
right?
on the salad, which looks a little bit weird.
that's on
to
the
say the
salad.
very
You
least.
guys, you've never been to a restaurant and they go, Caesar salad, would you like chicken or spare ribs on the top of that Caesar? Would you like anchovies or spare ribs? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We did them all. That was all of them. Now, oh, no, we didn't. There's one more. Ladies and gentlemen, today is also National Fry an Egg on the Sidewalk Day. And can you actually do that? We don't know. But young Meza and I went outside. It's 100. What's the temperature right now?
It's very hot.
105. It's 105 here in Vegas. We stepped outside the South Point. Don't tell management. But we tried to fry an egg on a metal grate. Here's what we got. Here we go.
Happy 4th, everybody, but it's
Not much on the
also
sidewalk.
Fry an Egg on the Sidewalk Day. We're going to cheat a little. We found a grate. So let's see if this works.
I tried to
let's
crack
see
it
if
with
it
my
fries.
hands. I don't know. Shadow, Frank,
Oh, wow,
Shadow.
it's actually sizzling. Okay, so the problem is Lucerne eggs, they're non-organic. They are cage-free, but I think we needed organic eggs for it to work. But anyway, we're going to leave the egg on the sidewalk. We're going to go in and do the show. I'll come back out afterwards, update you on Twitter at Frank Nicotero, National Egg Frying Day on the sidewalk.
All right, so I know everyone's like, oh my God, if we had a time machine, we could go and see what happens. But we'll find out after the show. I'll walk out that way, even though I'm parked on the other side of the hotel. I don't know. How many people think there'll be a little fry on the egg?
Some wild animals eating it before you get back out there.
Ryan,
Yeah, it's gonna be
thoughts?
it's gonna be picked apart by birds.
It's gonna be gone.
By birds, really?
Yeah, I
but
think-
again, as Caden pointed out, that's cannibalism.
That's
That's weird.
yeah, that's a little bit.
We just
little
got
bit-
weird. We just
yeah,
made-
no,
we made 4th
yes,
of
I
July
know,
weird.
Ryan. Yes, but
And will it cook?
It's on
John?
a metal grate.
It's on a metal grate, right? So you're thinking a little bit? Sure. No, I say he stays. No, of course.
yeah, send them out.
Hey, send him out. So can he live stream it or just take some video? You're going to get a link. We're going live. We'll do it live.
Oh boy.
Did you say we'll do it live, Ann? Yeah. All right. I love it. All right. So anyway, National, we'll see if it's been out there for about, I'm going to say about an hour, actually.
Yeah.
No, a little less.
No, I went out at about 11:30, before 11:30. Well, we could check the timestamp on the video.
I think Ryan and I are in agreement that this thing is not going to be there anymore. It's going to be all gone.
It's gonna be picked apart.
So, the birds,
Someone else came and cleaned it.
some human ate it. I don't know. You never know.
No, it's the Pirates are still alive. Okay. Anyway,
Did you have your 4th of July hot dog yet today?
I have not. Well, I had one on.
They have them down. They have them downstairs for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can go down there too.
Yeah, I know you can.
No, I'm going to save my hot dog for later.
That's a good idea.
Okay. So what are we doing next? What are we doing? We're going into Fungo?
So this one we're gonna do our little game here.
The soccer game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Now this is Ryan. Ryan, set this up.
Yeah. Set this. Please call him out.
This is a nice clean edit. Here we go.
Please call him out.
Oh, I didn't understand it. Go.
So with the United States being eliminated from the Copa tournament, being hosted by the USA, the U.S. is hosting 3 straight years of some soccer event. This year was Copa. Next year is the FIFA Club Cup final.
I'm watching Caden watch live walking. Okay, so he doesn't realize
Actually, we should just see. We should just.
Can we just go to that and then we'll start over? All right, go live. Do it live. Here we go. Can you switch it to it live?
Step.
He's 5 steps away.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, here's the National Egg Frying on the Sidewalk Day. Will the egg still be there? It's still there. Oh my God. Yes, it kind of cooked. That's an egg. Bring it in and I'll eat it.
Is that a rock?
Oh.
Did someone mess with the yolk?
What happened here?
What is he doing?
Caden, what are you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and say that science has been done on this program. That egg cooked.
Yeah.
What is that in the middle, though?
I think that's a rock.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, someone messed with it with a rock. Oh, don't touch it.
Caden, what are you doing?
It's dry. That is dry.
The
Okay, now eat
egg
it.
cooked.
Eat it.
No, now he's playing. We got to clean that up. He forgot paper towels. I will go outside and clean it up, or should we just let the animals get it? It'll be a nice little snack for an animal. Nice little squirrel's going to come up and be like,
you
know what? Remember with Caden, he is a man who picked up a snake and then let it bite him.
he was on a date. Wasn't he on a date?
Yes.
Right. He's like,
Yes.
baby, watch this.
Well, yeah. And then get bit by the snake. And then I don't think ever got the proper medical care for it. So
Live shot.
that was actually the funniest thing in the whole thing.
On the live shot, it was him getting Purell. Was he wearing body cam? How is he shooting this?
He still has his phone.
We just saw him get some. He's showing us.
Can you take it?
Oh my God.
Anne's dying.
Is there any way to edit that in when we
Caden,
show
show your
this?
hand again.
When we put this up as a 5-minute short.
Yeah, he put some hands.
Oh God, okay. Thumbs up.
He's clean.
Oh, he Purelled. Well, you got to give it to him. He was brought up right to clean his hands.
Way to go, Caden.
Oh man,
my
that's the
goodness.
funniest thing. That's
Easily the funniest thing he's ever done.
That's the funniest thing right there. All right. So anyway, good call sending him out there. And
I don't know how we can recover from that.
I don't know. All right. So, Ryan, would you like to reset up our soccer bit? And
All right, so here we are going to be doing something involving soccer, being that the United States was eliminated from the Copa tournament. The United States gets to host a major international soccer tournament 3 years in a row. This year it was the Copa America. Next year it will be the FIFA Club World Cup. And in 2026, it will be the FIFA World Cup. So being that the United States population is over 340 million.
I was going to guess that.
If you combine the 6 of the last 7 FIFA World Cup champions and combine their populations, the United States is 20 million shy of the six countries combined.
Okay.
How can we possibly be so bad at soccer? Because we don't focus on soccer.
Correct.
So, with that in mind, if we were to have our athletes be interested in soccer, be playing soccer from a young age instead of the sport that they go into.
But I thought kids do play soccer all the time. I thought that's like the first sport kids play.
But we also have
baseball, football,
more
hockey.
popular sports in this country. So
gotta use your
if
hands in a
soccer
sport.
was the popular sport, if these athletes focused on soccer instead, what would our dream lineups be?
Okay.
So I'll kind of start it off. So keep in mind, these athletes would be focusing on soccer their entire childhoods.
Okay. So you're first.
Yes.
All right. Here. Now we were taking athletes from all the professional sports.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
So at my forwards, I will have Christian McCaffrey and Tyreek Hill. They are going to be able to speed around anybody that you put in front of them. They're going to be able to finesse the field, nutmeg you, do whatever they want. They're agile as anybody. Mookie Betts, we know that he's an all-star athlete in anything that he does. Superstar bowler.
He can dunk. Yeah.
Obviously an all-star baseball player. And then on my sides, side in the midfield, I will have Cordero Patterson and DK Metcalf.
All right.
Two
Two
guys
Steelers,
with
possibly.
size
Yeah.
and a whole lot of speed.
There you go.
Good luck trying to beat them up the sideline or beat them on a body for a header on a corner kick, something like that. And then on the defensive side of the midfield, I will have Bobby Witt Jr., one of the fastest players in Major League Baseball. He's going to be able to help all around the field, whether it's on offense or getting back on defense. And then my defense has nothing but size. Mike Evans, 6'4", Derek Lively, 6'11", Sean Jelly, 6'11" pitcher for the Giants, and Aaron Judge, a 6'7" monster outfielder for the New York Yankees. So good luck trying to get a penalty kick over my defensive line. And then I also have Kevin Durant as my goalie. I debated between Kevin Durant and Chet Holmgren, being that Holmgren
Chet Holmgren's actually one I didn't even think of.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's a good one.
Chet is 7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan.
Big arm span, yeah. Wingspan.
KD is 6'11" with a 7'6" wingspan.
Jesus.
And a 40-inch vertical. So that's why I kind of went with KD.
Okay.
He'll be able to get around the net and stop everything.
Actually, Chet, I'm kind of aggravated with myself. I didn't think of Chet Holmgren. That's actually a pretty good one. I also, in my brain, probably thought he was Canadian because he's from Minnesota.
Yeah, right.
So, but that good roster.
Oh yeah, they had to be American. Something I forgot. Which
yeah, we'll get to that. We all heard about that already, Frank. It's really, really good. So I guess you want me to go?
Yeah.
So it's funny actually. Ryan and I had the same front three.
Oh, come on.
And originally actually even had the same two forwards in Betts and McCaffrey before Ryan just flipped the positions.
Now, there's positions in soccer?
Yes.
I thought it was just guys running around.
Yeah,
on the
so
grass.
McCaffrey and Betts are my forwards. Hill technically midfield, but the way graphic works out, we went with this. I wanted wide receivers because they're bigger than running backs for the most part, and also have a lot of speed.
Yeah, but
Alon
St. Brown isn't that big, right?
He's not that big. He's only 6 feet. You don't want to be. I don't want people that are overly huge.
I see.
On my roster.
Okay.
So I went with St. Brown and Waddle on the outside. Breece Hall.
Breece Hall of the
Breece
Jets.
Hall is just a bull, in all honesty, and his amazing speed can cover the whole field. Good with me on that. Now, Anthony Edwards, put him as the only basketball player on here.
Goose from Top Gun.
Because I have
Anthony Edwards.
I have a little bit of concern of just having guys that are too big out there. So you went with just we're going to go giant and no one's going to get around us. I'm concerned people are just going to run around the bigger guys. That would be my concern there. I put two guys who in the NFL who I know can kick the ball well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they've been pressed into service as kickers.
Okay.
In
Oh,
the
the
past
guy.
with injuries.
The name that Ryan always pronounces.
With Daria Gumbalale as one of them. He made a game-winning field goal this year for the Houston Texans.
Yep.
Also, he is the sister, or his sister is Arike Gumbalale, who is one of the best players in the WNBA.
Oh, you brought. I think we read her name
She
yesterday.
is, she is an all-star. In
And
the
then,
WNBA.
and then Justin Reed, another guy who has been pressed into service. If Ocho Cinco was still an active player, I would have had him in there
absolutely.
instead. But Ocho's not
baby.
active anymore. And then Sauce
for real.
Gardner on the outside.
Sauce.
And then I just went for a guy who I know is going to catch everything in net, and that's Justin Jefferson. So I went with Justin Jefferson
All
as
right.
my goalie.
Excellent list. Before we show mine, Austin Lively, probably my favorite.
What?
Who's he play for? I have no idea.
What's
who
going
that
on
is.
here?
Derek Lively?
Darren, who the hell is that?
He plays for the Mavericks.
I thought only Luca did. I didn't know that name. I didn't recognize that name.
I will say, in retrospect, though, Chet Holmgren is.
Well, wait till you see my list.
Well,
Jeff.
how many guys are actually American on your
Okay,
team?
now hold on. Let's set this up. Ryan, I had a little trouble with this. I sent him 5 names. I thought there was 5 guys.
Yeah, so you sent me
all these guys are American.
instead of
All right,
11.
hold on.
One
All
of them
right,
is,
let's
but-
take a look.
Well, before we do take a look,
Yes.
you had sent me Sidney Crosby,
Not American.
Canadian, Victor
But he's dual
Wembanyama,
citizenship.
Not American.
French,
But he lives here.
Alex Pereira,
He loves playing here.
Brazilian.
Right.
You even mentioned Ellie De La Cruz,
Also not American.
Ladies and
Dominican.
gentlemen, it is the 4th of July where everyone is welcome in America.
Well, I can tell you, if we were going all nationalities, Wembanyama would have been my goalie. I
Yeah,
wouldn't have even
that's
thought
who I
twice.
had.
I
And
mean,
Ryan sent me this emoji.
proper response, McCormick.
Proper response. All right. So, and by the way, I didn't realize I had to put him into positions, but Ryan assisted me on that.
Yeah, I
So-
gotcha.
all right, let's go ahead and talk about Ryan. We're twinsies. We both had Bobby Wood Jr. there.
Yeah, well, on the team, yes.
So Christian
On the team.
McCaffrey's the only one who got put on all 3 then.
Again, I went speedy guy. He grew up rich kid, probably played soccer, probably played all the sports. So I got Bobby Wood Jr. and then I wanted to represent all the sports. So I have Gritty in there. I figured Gritty, the Philadelphia Flyers mascot, who
Are
everyone
we
knows
sure
I'm in love
Gritty
with.
is American?
He is American. I checked. We
Okay.
checked. He was born in a lab outside of Philadelphia, King of Prussia, I believe.
King of
Prussia,
he was born at the mall. Very
I was
good.
going to say them all.
Yeah.
Very good. And then next up, I have Travis Kelce because I want the Taylor Swift heat. I want her to bring eyes to the sport. So we got Travis Kelce in there. And then someone I think everyone forgot, Brandon Aubrey. The guy was a collegiate stud at Notre Dame.
Yeah, this was actually a big miss by Ryan and I. in
That's a pretty
retrospect.
good one.
He
Whoa, let Jeff speak.
clearly wasn't good enough to play soccer. even though he had been playing soccer.
Where do you think he's going to make more money, playing American soccer or American football?
He could have gone overseas to play soccer.
No, he's a true American. That's why he's on my team.
I don't know. It's probably I was the kicker I was considering was Justin Tucker.
I can't do Tucker.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't even figuring a kicker. I was thinking punters.
I thought Justin. I was going to say Pat McAfee's retired. Justin Tucker, I can't put on the team. He would sing opera and bore everybody. So anyway, Brandon Aubrey, Derrick Henry, got Derrick Henry, fast guy, can kick, big moose. Then I went hockey. No one had hockey players. I went Matthew Tkachuk.
I thought about having Connor Hellebuck as my goalie.
I thought you were gonna have Jack. I had Jack
Eichel.
Jack Eichel, same thing. No. I went Matthew Tkachuk. Keith Tkachuk. Keith Tkachuk is his dad. That's how the name. I can remember the name. Keith
Tkachuk. The T is, don't pronounce the T.
Okay, thank you. Matthew Tkachuk. And then I had to put TJ Watt in there. I mean, come on. On defense, you're going to get the ball by TJ Watt, natural athlete, Hall of Famer, robbed of the Defensive Player of the Year last year by Myles Garrett. So I have Draymond Green. What do I have Draymond Green listed as?
You have him as a defender. I would be very concerned that Draymond Green would get a red card every game and we'd be in big trouble.
That's what I want. I want a little
You
nastiness.
want to play 11 on 10?
I do. It's the strategy.
It's interesting strategy.
When you got Gritty, you're fine. He's like two players. Aaron Judge, because he's big. And then for my goalie, Zion Williamson. Because I was going for girth there. I figured you get someone who's the biggest man. He's 330 pounds. So you put him in there.
He's not that big anymore.
I think he's, if you Google it. Anyway, he ate the egg off the sidewalk. Anyway, Zion Williamson's my goalie. Quick, nimble, big man. Let's do it. I had Wemby, but I realized he was French.
Chet Holmgren was the good one, Ryan.
That was
a good one.
Frank also wanted Zach Edey.
He's Canadian.
He's Canadian. I forgot. Canadian. He's 7'4", big wingspan.
That one I'm willing to, like, that's more like
North America.
Yeah, more of a reasonable miss. Every other one, you knew immediately they weren't American.
All right, and we have 5 seconds to play the song. Go. Time for picks at 12:36, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting it in.
Punchline picks.
It's Jeff and I.
At 12:37
in 4 seconds. All right, Jeff. Good job, Brian. That was a pain in the ass, I'm sure, to having to send through.
We will be able to do this again in 2026 when the U.S. flames out of the World Cup.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I'll try to get all Americans. I think Brandon Aubrey is the key. I'm sorry. It was a great pick. Jeff said so. Jeff, what's your pick today at 12:36? What firecracker of a pick do you have for everyone watching?
Very good soccer mention unintentionally there on the firecracker there, Frank.
Yeah.
Very good. Very well done.
Tell everyone why.
Well done. Well, an electric goal can be sometimes known as a firecracker.
An electric goal?
Like an amazing goal.
Like a good,
I knew
an
that.
absolute firecracker.
So
we're going to the pitch. We have a lot of soccer terms all of a sudden. We're going across to Euros. They resume tomorrow, quarterfinal. The matchup of the tournament tomorrow. And in my opinion, the winner of this match will win said tournament.
Okay. It's between
and that
who?
is between the hosts of Germany against Spain. So great matchup in a quarterfinal. I am betting the host Germans to advance. So we're going to go with Germany minus 105 to advance. That means it doesn't matter when they win the game. They can win in penalty kicks.
Right.
Extra time, the
that's
regular
good
time.
To know, good to explain.
So I don't want anything to do with the 90 plus. There's 3 ways, whatever you would bet here.
Okay.
I want to find to advance or to qualify for the next round.
Okay.
Wherever they're available at most books. Minus 105 was the best price I saw on the Germans. I like Germany to advance over Spain.
As I said, my 2 picks were Germany and Italy because that's what made me. So I went with Germany.
Italy is gone.
I know. And by the way, did you see the guy throw the pizza at the screen? There was a guy so irate when Italy lost, he threw a pizza. It was funny.
It's a waste of a good pizza.
I agree. Ryan, who's your pick of the day?
My pick of the night has no real handicap to it.
Right.
The starting pitcher of the Los Angeles Dodgers, named Landon Knack, was born July 15th, 1997, who also shares the birthday with my girlfriend, Tiffany.
There you go. That's a very nice pick. And Ryan and I
Dodgers
both, we found this out before the show that we're both taking the Dodgers. I went with the Dodgers. Obviously, most games have started, and the Pirates have already lost in the 10th. I went with the Dodgers. They were red, white, and blue. You got the red, the Dodger blue. Come on, you got the red numbers. I used to always go see the Dodgers play on this weekend. My dad's birthday is July 6th, so we used to always try to go see the Dodgers play then. So I'm going to take the Dodgers. I mean, you give me the Dodgers at home minus 124. Coming off a loss last night where they lost 12-4 to the D-backs, who just seem to have their number. But I like the Dodgers today. Zach Gallen, who I know, we always solid pitcher, pitches better at home than on the road.
Yeah, he has a 1.72 home ERA.
Right.
And on the road, it balloons up to 4.33.
I mean, you give me the Dodgers at home on the 4th of July with that money, minus 124, I'm going Dodgers all day too. So there you go. All right, there's our picks, right? All right, Paul Skeens pitches on Saturday, July 6th. Take Paul Skeens. He will not lose. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time. Sound the horn.
Sound it.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for posted punchlines, right? Or do we want to do Frankie Fungo trivia? You can do it within.
The power within.
What do you want to do? Sure.
I mean,
Ryan, it's your call.
Yeah.
Well,
let's do the Fungo because it flows.
Fungo is
all right, here we go.
lead
Frankie
into
Fungo
posts.
trivia. What do you guys got for me?
All right, the Mets play the Pirates this weekend.
Okay.
Mets play the Pirates this weekend, as you mentioned.
Going through a Rolodex of teams.
So here we go.
Oh, God, I was hoping it was
Here we
older.
go. Ooh, I like this one.
Name the player.
Got out of the gate. Name the player who played for both the Mets and the Pirates. Actually made the playoffs with both teams, amazingly enough. Played for 6 teams when it was all said and done.
Wait, he was drafted 11th overall by the Pirates in 2004?
He was.
Drafted it's Neil Walker.
It is absolutely
Neil Walker.
Neil Walker.
Let me tell you what gave it away. Pine Richland. You put the high school. You probably thought, I was looking at this. I saw Pine Richland. There you go. That's where Matt and Everett went.
Supposed to be a hint.
I appreciate it. I was probably, I would have solved that without Pine Richland, I think. Great story about him.
You would have got this
Yeah.
one.
His father recently passed away, who also played for the Pirates in the early 70s. Interesting story was he was supposed to be on the plane with Roberto Clemente. And Roberto said, no, stay here. You have a family, whatever. Roberto made him stay. And unfortunately, the plane went down. But yeah, wow, Neil Walker, who does color commentary for the Pirates right now. Got to tell you, he's really good.
Neil Walker seems to be a very good guy.
Yeah,
well,
he seems like he's supposed to be the best. He was drafted he was a catcher at Pine Richland. And they realized his bat was too good. They didn't want him catching, and had some really solid years for the Pirates.
Multiple
Mets,
time
and Yankees, I think, too.
Yeah, he played for the Yankees at the end as
little
well.
Bit.
Yep. All right, here we go. We now go with this.
We have 2? Oh, my God.
Just one more note on Neil Walker.
Yeah.
So he has the 19th best all-time second base fielding percentage.
Is that right?
All-time.
That's surprising. You don't think of him defense first. It's very interesting.
Yeah, you really don't. You know, he didn't have much of a range. So I think it was,
you're probably right.
Safe balls.
Whatever he could get to, he made.
Yes,
but he couldn't get to a lot. I think you're probably right.
That's
Frank.
exactly right.
All right, here we go. This player also played for the Pirates and the Mets. Pirates 99 to 04, Mets 04 to 05. 5 teams when it's all said and done. Number 1 overall pick in 1996. Very pedestrian numbers here, Frank.
Is that Chris Benson?
Sure is.
Yeah, Chris Benson.
It sure is.
Who? What derailed his career?
So, supermodel, right?
Yes, his crazy wife, who was so crazy, ended up on Howard Stern. She would talk about their sex life and everything. Peter Gammons, who I mentioned, Peter Gammons saying this about Max Scherzer, he said this about Chris Benson, and I got so excited. He goes, "It's not a matter of when he wins the Cy Young, but when he wins 2 or 3." Chris Benson was the guy, and he also pitched for Baltimore. Do you have that up there? He played for the Orioles too, and
Orioles, Rangers, D-backs.
he played for the Rangers. And I don't remember that, but
so it's interesting. He played 1 year in Baltimore in 06, then didn't play again until 09 in the majors. Played 1 year in Texas, made it all the way to 2010 with the Diamondbacks. By the way, great with those jerseys that they tried.
Thank
Was
you.
that 1999?
That's what I was going to point out. Yeah, those uniforms, they were polarizing. You either loved them or hated them. I loved them.
Those were not good for the Pirates.
loved
The
them.
Mets were the Mercury
I
Mets,
think
if
they
you
were
remember
awesome.
that.
No, what?
They were the Mercury Mets.
Why is that?
Because they moved the team to Mercury in this ridiculous universe.
Oh my God! Yes, that was the planet thing.
Yeah.
What the hell were the Pirates then?
Who knows?
I don't know.
The
Mercury,
Jupiter
maybe?
Pirates?
Red. There's red. Mars. Maybe Mars. There's a Mars PA where David Bednar's from. But anyway, I kind of liked them. They looked like pajamas, but I kind of liked them. But
All right, here's the last one.
We have
today.
another.
We have 3 today. Played for both the Mets and the Pirates, 99 in New York, 2010 in Pittsburgh. Played for 13 teams.
Okay.
Signed with the Mets in 1993. Didn't get to the majors until 99. Over 500. ERA just shy of 4 for this guy.
Now it's not Edwin Jackson.
It is not Edwin
Because
Jackson.
he's played longer. Wait. Oh shoot. Oh, it's down the bottom. Okay. Played for 13. I always thought, is this Octavio Dotel?
It is, of course, Octavio Dotel. Come on. How do you
Octavio
even
Dotel.
How do you even hesitate on that? Like the man
I don't know.
who appears in every turn we can get in this game, Frank.
He's become our running joke, and I like that.
No, I'm happy. I wish you would not have gotten. I wish you would not have gotten it because it really would have.
Well,
been
once
funny.
I saw 13 teams, I mean, look at all the teams he played for. There's only a handful of guys. Mike Morgan was a pitcher. He played for a ton. Edwin Jackson, I think, tied the record.
Here's the problem with Frankie Funko trivia for this, because we always use the Pirates. We might have to change this up at some point.
Yeah. No.
But Edwin Jackson never pitched for the Pirates.
I thought he did. I swear to God, I thought he did.
So Edwin Jackson, who is obviously one guy, and Bartolo Colon never pitched for the Pirates too. So like, there's only a few guys who have played for so many teams that have played for
more
Pittsburgh.
in there that I'm gonna store in my brain. I'm not gonna say them out loud.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll find if that was ever the Mets again. But
well, I nearly picked Bobby Bonilla today because July 1st is of course known as Bobby Bonilla Day, despite the fact that there's about 30 guys who make more money off.
Griffey got a ton this year.
Manny Ramirez gets a ton of money too on July 1st.
Insane.
Deferment Day it is on July 1.
Love it. All right, good job, guys. Thank you for always doing that, guys. I always enjoy those and going down a trip down memory lane. All right, Ryan. So you want to go ahead? B-Town Dummy. Hold on.
Here, hide that real quick.
Shows how much these geniuses know about. The best player ever is 5'7". That means Altuve would be great if he's American, but instead we'd be stuck with Frank Nicotero, who is 5'7" in his lifts.
Oh, God.
That would be Christian Hansen. That's B-Town Dummy. You haven't been here in a while. I know you were down touring. It was down south.
Yeah, Altuve's not American. So
no, exactly.
So that does not help us.
Plus, no cheaters on my team.
Yeah.
But yeah, Christian played soccer, which big deal. All right, so what do we got, Ryan?
All right, so getting into posts.
Let's do it.
This one's going to be, before we show it, we'll do another kind of trivia question for both of you.
Uh-oh.
Who is the only player in Major League Baseball history, I guess since integration, to have 250-plus hits in a single season?
Ichiro? Is it not Ichiro?
That was going to be my guess, too, but...
It was.
It is Ichiro?
It was Ichiro.
That was that. I don't remember what year it was. It was ridiculous. Every game you watched, he had a hit. I don't know how he didn't put together like 40 or 50. He's the guy who I thought if anyone was going to challenge DiMaggio's 56, it would be him. I mean, if it wasn't Gwynn. I mean, Ichiro, the way he smacked, I don't know. I don't understand.
And then one other one that has only happened one time in Major League history. Who is the only pitcher to have a sub .75 walks and hits per innings pitched?
My point is this for a season?
Yes.
You have to go since what year? Since whatever.
Like
Gooden or Pedro or someone of those guys.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think you're pitching a lot of innings.
Clemens.
You're pitching a lot of innings as a starter. If you're doing that, my brain went to Mariano Rivera. That's where I went because I was thinking
starter. I'd go Pedro or
it could be Pedro because Pedro had that ridiculous
that one or
year.
two. Yeah, that's
the one year where legitimately.
Is it Pedro Martinez?
We can show it.
Is it Pedro?
It is Pedro Martinez.
Yeah, that makes sense because Pedro won the ERA crown by almost like two full runs.
I don't think it had been.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so Pedro in 2000.
Yeah, that makes sense. The reason for guessing Rivera is when you have less innings, it's gonna be easier to keep that number down.
Okay, so I see. So searching for milestones. These are the last time players have hit these baseball milestones.
So times that a player has hit over 375 in a season has been done 11 times. The last to do it was Larry Walker in 1999.
Larry Walker, that would have been a hard one to come.
Hall of Famer.
Over 150 RBIs has happened 12 times in Major League Baseball history. The last was by A-Rod in 2007. Over 150 runs scored has happened twice in Major League history. The last by Jeff Bagwell in 2000. Less than a 1.5 ERA has happened twice. Bob Gibson was the last to do it in 1968. 25-plus wins in a season has happened 21 times. The last was Bob Welch in 1990.
Right.
Over 100 stolen bases in a season has been done 8 times. Last by Vince Coleman in 1987. Ichiro, we asked. And then 60-plus home runs in a season has been done 8 times. The last time by Aaron Judge, who is on pace to do it again this year in 2022. The last time a pitcher pitched over 250 innings was Justin Verlander in 2011. It's been done almost 700 times in history of Major League Baseball. Over 350 strikeouts has been done 5 times.
That's
last
going to
by
be hard
Randy
to
Johnson. in 2001, and 50-plus saves in a season was last done in 2018 by Edwin Diaz, and it's been done 17
the Randy
times
Johnsons, the 350 strikeouts, they just don't let pitchers pitch that long
that's my whole thought for the 250 innings, too.
Yeah.
Just don't let pitchers go long enough into games at this point in order to get that. I will say, I forget how I, even before seeing this tweet, it was earlier this week, went through the saves thing. I'm a little surprised and I know they started keeping track of saves late, all things considered in the history of baseball.
Yeah.
But it is surprising that it's been that few of a number to do 50 plus in saves.
We did the top 5, right? We did that with Matt. Yeah, it is. It is. By the way, I want to go back to Bob Welsh. He had 27 wins, I'm pretty sure. I remember that season because he was a Dodger, and I loved Bob Welsh, and he had those showdowns with Reggie in the World Series. 27 wins. But someone recently posted, I think it was Clemens, or we'd have to look it up. Bob Welsh won the Cy Young, and that's back when wins meant something to voters.
Sure.
Now wins, it's like they don't even look at that hardly, which I grew up in that era that wins are very important. So Welsh won, but someone had had way better stats, and I want to say it was Clemens. Someone.
I'm looking it up.
There was some meme, if you can look it up. Just who finished second in Cy Young that year?
1990.
What year was that? Like 88, 89?
1990.
Okay, they won the...
They lost to that was the year they lost to the Reds.
Lost to the Reds for love. Eric Davis.
Bob Welsh. I'm just looking this up real
Cy
quick.
Young voting. So Roger Clemens was second.
Okay.
He had a over 10 WAR that season.
Right.
21 wins, 6 losses.
Right.
Had the ERA title that year with a 1.93. Had 4 shutouts in 1990. Dave Stewart also had 4 shutouts in 1990.
It would have been Clemens. Nowadays, that same season happens.
Welsh would have, based on, even though he won 27 games, I think Welsh would have been lucky to finish in the top 5 if this was 2020.
Clemens, that could have been Clemens. Could have had 8.
Clemens should, looking at the numbers, Clemens should have won.
That was.
Ease,
I just saw this the other day, and I was like, "Whoa!" I didn't realize
Clemens allowed in that year 30 less earned runs.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was dominant.
That's
what
crazy.
I mean. He should have won. That's crazy. What?
Also
What? That's crazy.
Do you have a button?
Also,
what letter is that
19
button?
less home runs.
See,
all right, hold on a second, though,
what?
Frank.
Huh?
Frank, Fungo trivia.
Who
real
allowed
quick.
less homers?
Who won the 1990 NL Cy Young Award?
Jose Rio. No. Doug Drabek.
Doug Drabek.
Doug Drabek. There we go.
There you go.
I'm on fire today. I'm a firecracker. Show fireworks. Okay, I guess. Oh, they're there. I'm lighting sparklers. Look, sparklers. Sparklers. All right, Ryan, what do we have next?
So, players with those stats, you would think that they would be all-stars in their league. So, the all-star starters for the 2024 season were announced yesterday.
Correct.
We'll start with the NL. So, the starting lineup for the NL All-Star game.
I can't believe Profar.
Jurickson Profar,
this
He's had a great year.
his first All-Star appearance. He'll start in left field.
Finally
Fernando Tatis Jr. Will be making his second All-Star game starting in center field. Last time he did it was at shortstop. Christian Yelich starting in right field. His third All-Star appearance.
And if I can stop you there on Christian Yelich, hit a homer yesterday. That was a hump day homer of Alex's.
For Alex, yes.
And you had your Don Alvarez. He didn't hit a homer.
We'll hear about that in a
He
second.
didn't hit. Oh, okay.
So Alec Boehm at third base. His first All-Star appearance. Trey Turner at shortstop, his third All-Star appearance. Ketel Marte at second base, his second All-Star appearance. Bryce Harper now at first base, making his 8th All-Star appearance. William Contreras, the brother of Wilson Contreras, former Cubby, making his second All-Star appearance at catcher. And Shohei Ohtani will be the DH for the National League, making his
27 home runs.
4th straight All-Star appearance.
The only guy who should not be starting, everyone else is fine with me. Trey Turner did not play enough to be starting.
So he's in 342. He's had
so
like
again,
80 at-bats,
we know
maybe.
some. He's been great when he's been healthy, but he just hasn't played enough this year to be there. Everyone else is. I'm happy that the vote, and I know. Look, some teams just get advantages because their fan bases show up and vote, but Profar does deserve to be there. I know some people like Jurickson Profar.
Well, we talked about how he was
to be there.
He was the number 1 prospect for the Rangers for years when he was like 19 or 20 years old.
He was a huge prospect out of Curaçao.
Yeah.
3 of the 4 infielders for the National League are all Phillies.
Yeah.
Boehm, Turner, and Harper.
Do have the best record in the NL.
When I was a kid, all Dodgers, because you could stuff the ballot box. 3 million votes. It was Garvey, Lopes, Russell, and Say all started. They didn't deserve it. But It was when you would go to the game. I don't know if you guys remember
No,
this.
this was still around
The
when
ballots?
I was going to
Okay.
games as a young
You would
kid.
go and get a ballot, and I was a baseball nut, and you took a pen, and they were little hanging pads. So you'd take a pen, and you'd punch them, and you could write players in at the bottom, whichever one. But the Dodgers, what they would do was they would have employees sit there. They'd stuff the ballot box. And that happened, and that's why they had to finally get rid of that, because teams were cheating. You'd have a guy hitting like 220, and he's leading in the votes because it was in a big city. But I used to keep them by my bed, and I'd wake up and vote a couple. It's a lot of fun.
Well, it was a good perk of going to games in May.
Get those ballots.
Late May, right?
Yeah. And they'd have an usher going down with a stack like that, and I'd be like, give me this many. You know?
I'm sure I have one of those floating around somewhere.
Yeah, I wonder if I do too. They were awesome.
Okay, so now looking at the AL.
Boo.
The Major League batting average leader right now, Stephen Kwan, starting in left field,
Such a solid
making
player.
his first All-Star appearance.
Good for him.
Aaron Judge will be starting in center field, his 6th All-Star. Juan Soto, his 4th. Jose
Look at the home
Ramirez,
runs on that side.
his 6th All-Star appearance. Gunnar Henderson at shortstop, making his first All-Star game. Jose Altuve at second base, making his 9th All-Star game. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will be starting at first base, his 4th All-Star
Give me
game.
him on the Pirates.
Adley Rutschman, who made his first last year, it'll be his 2nd this year.
What a stud.
And then Yordan Alvarez, my pick for yesterday's Hump Day Homer.
He didn't hit a homer.
He did indeed. So
didn't.
Alex and I are both
Oh, he hit 2.
on the board with 3.
I was setting you up for 2. Yeah, you guys both.
He
And
didn't hit 2.
I thought he hit 2.
No, he had a double.
Oh, maybe I was scrolling down and I saw the double. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, good job. You guys both had it. I had Rushman. Thanks a lot for screwing me. All right, and then we
He's
got
an
the
all-star.
All-Star attire, correct?
Yeah, so then they also announced the jerseys, or released the jerseys that the teams will be
They're
wearing.
not good.
They're
terrible.
Really gross.
The American League one I prefer over because at least it's like an old red and white kind of combo. I do not like the National League. And again, you're going to see this all week during All-Star Week. Let them wear their own uniforms.
Yeah,
It's what
and
they did when I was a kid, and that was so cool. You'd see Padres yellow and brown. You'd see Mariner. You'd see an Angel, a Pirate in black and gold.
Yeah,
It's the best.
I don't understand why Major League Baseball. I
Merchandising.
understand.
Yeah,
so
right.
they can sell these, but
Fanatic.
they still use these in the Home Run Derby.
Yes,
like, you can
they should
still
wear
sell them
them.
as All-Star Home Run Derby
Ugh.
jerseys.
Now, when I was on the on-field MC at the All-Star game in Pittsburgh in 2006, they gave me a couple. The national, it was black and gold. It's really cool. That one I like. You'll eventually see it on the show when I get my stuff. But yeah, those are terrible. Those don't even look like baseball. It's just terrible.
Yeah, no.
And I'm looking at the pirate hat there. I wouldn't even buy that. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Get that off the screen. I'm done looking at it.
Well, so now we'll move to someone that you do like,
Who?
Andrew McCutchen.
He had a chance. He was up in the 10th with the tying run on second base, and he grounded out into a fielder's choice.
Well, so going into today
Normally, he'd be good.
with what is the conference in Pittsburgh?
It's the furries. It starts with an A, the way they call it. It's the furry convention.
Yeah.
It's for all the people who like to dress up in these furry outfits. I have actually done furryoke at the bar across the street from the hotel where they all stay and do their furry things. But Kutch usually plays very well when they're in town.
Yeah. So he tweeted yesterday, furries.
Yeah.
Furries.
Yep.
And then somebody was walking around Pittsburgh in an Andrew McCutchen jersey.
They knew.
So yeah, in 73 plate appearances going into today, he had 3 homers, was batting .419 with a .479 OPS.
That footage
and a
was shot by, that was
7.42
actually
slug.
him in the outfit as he's gotten into the furries. No, it's a really weird thing. And Pittsburgh every year.
It is the one of maybe 3 times in my life I've ever been scared in an elevator.
Yeah.
When I was in an elevator with him. Happened to be in Pittsburgh,
Yes.
and not knowing.
And it was 4th of July weekend, I'm sure.
It was early July. I
Yeah,
know
that's
that.
when they have the national
So
conference in
I
Pittsburgh.
know.
That's why I'm leaving
How
on a
did they
flight.
land on Pittsburgh for that?
No clue. I have no clue. Cheap hotels. I have no idea. I have no reason. But
Very
it's very
bizarre.
strange.
Very bizarre.
I furryokied with them. But anyway, he had a chance while we were doing the game. Here's the final out of the game. Grounder up the middle. Nice play by the
That's a
short.
nice play at short by
Fielder's
Mason
choice.
Wynn.
Otherwise, the runner. Look at him. He's like, he's thinking about the furries too. But all right, we'll get him next time.
So now we'll move to a Brooksgate stat that Frank didn't quite understand.
I'm setting this one out.
So
don't
the
get
left side of the chart, you are bad at the plate with nobody on base, but you are good with runners in scoring position. The right side of the chart, you are good with nobody on, but bad with runners in scoring
Well,
position.
it makes sense. The Mets are on the right side of the screen. That makes sense there, then, Ryan.
So the best team with nobody on base and just below league average with runners in scoring position is the Los Angeles Dodgers. The probably best all-around team with nobody on and with runners in scoring position, looks like the Phillies and then the Mets right behind them. The Yankees are really good with runners on base. No, runners.
You're
in scoring.
confused now.
The
See?
Yankees are good with teams in runners in scoring position,
Hands
but
asleep.
are just above average with nobody on base.
I just didn't understand it.
All right, I get it, but I
confusing.
actually agree with Frank.
It's
here.
confusing.
Sorry, Ryan.
I don't
But
think
it-
he's arguing with it. It's just I just couldn't comprehend
all I
it.
can tell you is the Colorado Rockies not good at baseball. I can. I didn't need that
That's
graph
all.
to tell me
That's all
that.
we needed.
But we do know that.
Real quick, few comments here. Andy Martello, July 4th is the anniversary of Lou Gehrig's The Luckiest Man on the Face
It
of the
is?
Earth. The egg is gone, says Minnie Darhani. The egg is Sean's dinner, someone said.
Wow.
John Brady ate it. I don't get that. Who's John Brady with 2 Ds? I'm not sure. It's sure cooked. Thank you, Minnie Dar. This is your brain on drugs. I like that shot. Wait, what? Okay. Shaq is goalie, but he's retired. You can't use Shaq. Anthony Edwards from Revenge of the Nerds. I said Top Gun. And yes, Blake Lively. Then Jerry was going off downstairs doing Ray Finkel, Girth Wieners. God, I love this episode. Thank you. Doing a SpongeBob reference. And there you go. All right. What's next?
So the top paid pitchers in Major League Baseball.
This is amazing.
Max
This is
Scherzer, Justin Verlander, Jacob deGrom, Garrett Cole,
Is that Patrick Corbin?
Sure is.
and Steven Strasburg.
That was the only one I didn't know. And I go, I think it's Corbin.
Steven Strasburg,
I
who
bailed
is
Ryan out.
retired. These are the
Still
6
getting
highest
paid.
paid starting pitchers, and they will make over $230 million this
6
season
wins.
and have a total of six wins so far.
You give me Seth Lugo over those guys right there. There's Seth Lugo's got 11 wins. Chris Sale's got 11 wins. That's a frightening stat.
You know what? I'm just going to throw this out there. I miss watching Jacob deGrom pitch.
Oh, hell yeah.
I miss it
No,
so much
he's-
because when
he's on, he's on.
It
He's
just
the
sucks that he's been unable to stay healthy because he was when he was at his peak.
Right.
You had no chance of hitting him whatsoever.
What is his career wins? Do you know?
I
think it's
not
like
a lot. Not a lot.
It's like 69 wins.
It's possible.
79. What is
but
it?
I mean,
69 or 79?
There was deep into a season. DeGrom had a sub 1.5
Yes.
ERA and was under 500.
It's ridiculous.
because the Mets
Couldn't score.
refused to score from. By the way, he's 84 career. wins.
84 career wins.
Yeah, DeGrom's second Cy Young, his first Cy Young in 2018. He was 10-9 with a 1.7.
There's no way he's not even going to get to 100 wins with this guy's health.
No,
And people are going to be like, oh, he's
by the way,
borderline Hall of
Jacob
Fame.
DeGrom's 36 years old.
Yes, and that's the other thing. He started late.
He started
And this
late
guy
because,
is- It is so weird.
Oh, man.
I don't know. That's a lot of money for.
Thank you, Mets. Way to ruin it.
All right, we're still talking pitching, right, Ryan?
Yeah. So Hunter Green, there was
Pitching
a
tomorrow. Or
stat from
Saturday.
Sportsbook Breakers on Twitter. So this tweet was before his last start, but it still stands, being that he had over 90 pitches in his last start and didn't go 5 innings. So he's now 0-14 in his career, and he pitches Saturday. So may
Is he playing the Tigers?
He's playing the Tigers, yeah.
Okay.
So
Green
may
in the
want
red.
to fade Green, but may
I like your green and the red graphic behind there.
may not.
But here's the thing. He's also,
Because
if you
it's the
remember, he
Tigers.
threw up on the mound. He gets overheated fast. He throws heat. He's a big guy. He sweats a lot. I don't know. I don't think he just can't pitch in the summer, apparently. He's thrown up a couple times in starts, and he throws a lot of pitches within 5, not even getting to the 5th inning.
Yeah.
That's something to look at. What do we look at? Is that what would that make us look at? The first 5 bet, don't take the Reds or take the Reds? I don't know.
mean, I think that's just
that would be don't take the Reds.
He's a good pitcher. It's a crazy stat. I'm pretty sure he threw a no-header against the Pirates and lost a couple years ago.
You know what? It's a hard one to
Some
find.
Red did.
It's a hard one to find like actual real betting info from because that's just a portion of his starts. If you want to say, oh, he's not capable of going more than 5 innings, you go under his outs recorded, which is a bet that's offered most places now, Frank. But
yeah,
it's a little interesting one. It's an interesting
he
tidbit.
did. He no-hit the Pirates and lost. Josh Van Beek, yeah. The Pirates won the game. I don't know if he went all 9, but they had a no-hitter against the Pirates, and the Pirates won the game. This was a couple years ago.
Very impressive.
22. I just remember that because it was like, I remember we won the game being no-hit, which has happened in Major League Baseball.
Happened a few times.
Yeah. Anyway, bet against Hunter Green if you want to pick. Ben Skeens to win, Green to lose. Skeen Green. It's the Skeen Green parlay. Write it down. And you have a feeling on that? Okay, let's get to it.
Okay, so now going to WNBA content. The WNBA announced yesterday that they are going to be doing a 4-episode docuseries following 4 rookies: Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, Ricky Jackson, and Nika Mule in their rookie years in the WNBA.
Kind of a Hard Knocks.
Yeah, the first episode is already out on the WNBA app and on YouTube, but this was the trailer for it that was released yesterday.
Very cool. Check it out after our show today. You could go watch a little WNBA action. I like it. Whoa. All right.
Which it may be easier for them because Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso are on the same
Both
team.
on Chicago.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So now, kind of the last two, and then we get into Paul's pick to send us into the weekend.
We'll end with that, Paul.
So this one, Tom Brady had a super fan from Texas drive up to meet him.
Weird.
And sign his truck.
What?
What, the truck? Yeah. So I don't know how the guy got in touch. Maybe he just reached out to him on social media.
That's it.
But he drove his truck up, and Tom Brady's like, sure, I'll sign it.
Definitely think I'm your biggest fan in Texas for sure. Loyal as can be. I've been your
Not a lot of Texas people root for Tom Brady, I would think.
every single day growing up, and I told myself I was going to make it.
I looked at this poster every single day.
Yeah.
Work a job, take care of my mom. And
I look at
I
it.
think I've moved about
I stare at it for 2.5 hours a day. So there you go. He signs the lift gate. I believe that's what you call that. There you go.
How do you?
Well, then you figure, all right, someone could steal that. So where else does he sign it? He signs it inside the door. Which, again, Tom Brady, seems like a good enough guy. And here's the thing. After Tom Brady left, the air on those tires were deflated. Boom!
There you go.
Sing! Take that, goat! Cheater!
Thanks, Bill.
Remember the deflate gate? Remember the footballs? You guys remember that?
Good work.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there. So you signed the inside. There you go.
So the truck, I think, is a F-150, but with Brady signing this, it makes it a F1 of 1.
Oh, 1-on-1! That's good. That was good. F-150 Ford, found on road dead, bro. I'm a Chevy guy. What do you have?
A Ford.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I thought yours was a Chevy. All right, Rob, sorry. I was like going to be like, yeah, we're bonding. We got the Dodgers together. All right. Last one.
Blending. Yeah. Just a little chart from Tyler Webb, who is affiliated with Sleeper, how much each NFL team was last sold for. So last year, the Commanders were being forced to be sold for $6 billion.
$6 billion.
The Broncos were sold for a little over $4.5 billion, $2.28 billion for the Panthers in 2018. The Bills, Finns, and Browns were sold for over $1 billion. And then all the other teams were sold for less than $1 billion. And the Chicago Bears were bought for $100 by George Halas. The Packers are owned by Green Bay, so it's a.
Well, and then the Giants would be what? That would be the Mara family. Was that them still?
Tish,
Yeah, and the Tish, yeah. And then the Steelers, $2,500. By the way, it's been Art Rooney bought that with money he made bootlegging booze and horses. A lot of illegal money bought the Steelers. $2,500, and they're now worth, I don't know, $4 or $5 billion.
Oh well, I mean, I think
Well,
I think now
six.
that Washington
Yeah, if they got sick.
Washington gets 6, everyone gets a minimum of 6. I mean, if Jerry ever decided to
Dallas,
sell
yeah.
Dallas would probably get 10.
Ridiculous.
I mean,
Unbelievable. Good stuff. That was great. I mean, that's great. I love that. We're getting ready for the NBA. The NFL season's in the 60s days away.
I know. I can't wait.
We just can't wait.
I can't wait. I know.
September 5th.
We're
We're waiting for football. Well, you can watch some Hard Knocks. I haven't watched any of the Hard Knocks yet. The Giants one, the preseason one.
Yeah. Does that
like it?
excite you still?
If it has the Hard Knocks music, I'm there. I know everyone agrees with me who's a big fan. Everyone have a happy 4th of July. I mean, we're going to go to the tap room and have a cold one before we leave. Sean, Caden, great job on the egg thing, by the way. Caden, so it cooked, correct? It cooked. And then that was a rock you kicking in the middle and you were touching it? All right. I just want to applaud you for using the Purell on the way in. I feel like we should go pick the egg up or just let an animal have it. What do you think, Ryan?
Pick it up.
Okay, I'll go do that. Anyway, Ann, have a happy 4th of July. What are you up to?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. We have one pick to close. Let's show the tap room. Let's go ahead and step into the tap room. Tips and picks from the 3 people here on the show today. These, that's us. That's me and you, Ryan, right?
Yeah. I also like the run line. So
you do?
Plus
Okay.
165.
I like the Dodgers. They wear patriotic colors. Go blue, Team Azul. And then we have Jeff's picks. Germany to advance. Very strange to see the words Germany to advance on America's birthday. Good thing we're not doing this show in the 40s. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Well, I'm just saying that would be bad timing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end with Paul. Perino Paul gave us some patriotic picks. We will see you on Monday. We are off tomorrow. We'll be back Monday. I don't know. Ryan and I will be here and someone else. There you go. Have a happy 4th. Come back on Monday. Thank you for watching. Click and subscribe. Lines live in Nevada every show. Paul, take it away.
What's up? It's your boy Reno Paul on a 4th of July Thursday, and I'm super excited because last week I went 19 of 26. That's right, 73% of all money I wagered paid me back. So my stars are spangled, baby. And today I got a little red, white, and blue parlay for you. I got the Nats taking on the Mets. I got the Cardinals taking on Pittsburgh. Sorry, Frank. Yankees taking on Cincinnati. Red Sox taking on Miami. And Phillies taking on the Cubs. Now, ever since I learned how to round robin some stuff, I've been getting paid a lot better than just throwing all this junk into a parlay and hitting the plus 36,000 to try to get paid. Not the way to do it. Smart monies with the single digits, round robin this thing, and I hope everybody keeps all fingers that they left this week with.